The former heavyweight champion of the world, Big George Foreman. Alex, the Destroyer, Stewart.
So Rodriguez coming inside more than Dundee would want. He's open. There's the shot.
A minute, 8 seconds left. Oh, and that's it.
Big George Foreman was 1 year removed from his superb effort against heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield. He became universally popular, even loved, as a result.
Got to go out there and prove to the whole world that the age 40 is not a death sentence.
Almost exactly 12 months later, Big George lined up fringe contender Alex Stewart as his next opponent.
But his effectiveness with punching power is never more. And more his last fight. Earlier this week, Stewart takes a couple of jabs. 18 by 18. So Stewart's not going to have anywhere to run and hide. George. Foreman doesn't waste many punches. Throws him when he needs to. Stewart was knocked out 3 times by Tyson in the first and looked terrified. Good right by Stewart.
Foreman knocked Stewart down twice in the second round and was battering him in the third, when Foreman motioned to referee Richard Steele to stop the fight.
Cozy confines, big uppercut. And down goes Stewart. When Stewart went down, he looked directly into George's eyes, and Stewart takes another punch and dishes one out. Is level.
But then Stewart did something unexpected. He started fighting back.
Stewart landed. Foreman is hurt. A right and a left. Where both men were hurt in the same round often. Stewart not moving as much as we thought he would. 4 fights were won by KO. In fact, 7 of his first 15 were over by the first round. So Stewart dishes it out too. Stewart did score in that round. Stewart said all week, he said, he'll try to knock me out early. Good left, 2 of them by Stewart. Treading into an area that Stewart's not that familiar with, and Foreman got hurt. Dundee telling him to use the jab, and George listened. Again, it's the confidence thing. Telling Stewart, fourth round is nearly over. You can see Stewart. He is blocking his face at all times. Foreman doesn't really worry about that. usually great jabbers don't.
George's face started to swell. His mouth was reddened first. Then his eyes began to swell shut, and later still George's cheeks began to balloon.
Is this the last hurrah for George? If he loses. Oh, a big right. Stewart wobble. Roughly the same amount. With the eye trouble, Foreman, who just takes 2 big lefts. I just don't know how many times Foreman wants to take this kind of beating. Foreman's entire face looks puffy. Remember, Foreman can knock down Stewart a lot easier than Stewart.
Set for 10 rounds, the battle between the 43-year-old and the 28-year-old turned out to be a quite savage affair. A war that had fans worrying for the welfare of both the old man and the young man.
Around, maybe 2. George looking a little more alive for a moment. That hurt George. Because there is some question in that department. George lands a good punch, and Stewart comes right back. You could see that thing coming from Phoenix. Stewart wound up for a punch.
Never in any previous fight or in any later fight did Foreman get so badly banged up, so clearly and disturbingly beaten up.
All it takes is a jab. You can't let Foreman hang out in the corner. And flags on the canvas. He's in big trouble. Big George is close to... Fueled by the crowd. Big break for Stewart. Ooh, that right buckled George. And that one did too. If Stewart survives this round...
Foreman, once again showing tremendous heart, managed to clobber Stewart with a thunderous shot.
You know who the fans are voting for. Ooh. George. Peering into the eyes of Foreman. Oh, that's a brutal right and a brutal uppercut. Best punch of the night by Alex. The fight is over. Excuse me, this round is over. George was bleeding so profusely early in the round. He came on later to hurt Stewart. By the end of the round, Stewart was bleeding just as badly as George. That's a nice right by Alex.
The two weary heavyweights slugged it out through the final rounds.
Left to the nose of Foreman. It took him a while to respond to Steele.
Stewart lost a controversial majority decision, but it was Foreman who looked like the loser after the fight with his face hidden behind large sunglasses.
Great fight.
You could have ended the fight right then and there with a third knockdown.
I really could have, but I didn't want to hurt the kid. I hit him with a shot and looked at the ref, and now the kid hurting me.
On a majority decision, Big George Foreman.